Okay, everybody should have out their practice test. I want to go over a couple problems and just make sure that we are on the same page in terms of what's going to be expected on your test here in a few minutes. So on number 1 and number 2, you are plugging into the equation that I give you. I'm giving you the x's, you're finding the y's. So 1/2 times x minus 3. 1/2 times x minus 3. Okay, I would suggest using your calculator while you do this. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, 1/2 you can put in as 0.5, you can put in as 1 divided by 2. To get these numbers, remember we took 2 times x plus 1. 2 times x plus 1. 2 times x plus 1. Okay, so I'm looking for on the test, make sure you get these numbers correct and you get the line plotted. So you're going to get points here and you're going to get points here. Okay, 2 points for the table, 2 points for the graph. So this is a 4-point question out of 40 points. Okay, so those are going to be a pretty big deal. Okay, now in number 3, notice how the x and the y were on the same side. So what I did is I minused over the 2x, so those would cancel. And now I have y equals minus 2x plus 4 to plug those into. Okay, you could also plug in, let's say I wanted to plug in 2. 2 times 2 plus y equals 4. Well, if 4 plus y equals 4, then I know that when I get y by itself, y is 0. Okay, so you have a couple different options there. Okay, go ahead and turn to page 2. Page 2 is all about slope. So for each of these, you need to figure out your rise over your run, and then make sure you simplify. So like you see in number 4, we rose 6, we ran 3. So I had 6 over 3, but then I have to simplify it to be 2. Okay. Notice in number 6, we fall 2, run 1. So I have a negative slope. Okay. Number 9, also a negative slope. Okay. Remember in number 8, since we have a horizontal line, we have slope of 0. In number 7, if we have a vertical line, our slope is undefined. Check those to make sure you have them right. Okay. All right, now I'll go to the next page. This is going to look similar to what you see here in a few moments. On this page, you are matching these 6 equations with our 6 graphs. So like when I look at number 10, I see that we have a positive 3 over 1 slope. We have a y-intercept of negative 3. So now I need to find that equation. Okay, in number 11, we have a slope of up 1 over 4 and a y-intercept of negative 3. I need to find that equation. Be careful because I see y equals 3x minus 3 and y equals negative 3x minus 3. Okay, I put those in there to trick you. So A and C are very similar. They just have opposite slopes. Okay. My advice to you would be to identify the slope and y-intercept and then find your equation to match it up with. Okay, let's go to the next page. We're going to look at this one first. I just want to remind you, when they give you numbers and we have to write an equation, I want you to find either the per or the each. Since the each is with the 25, I know that that is my slope. And so this 10 is my y-intercept. So if y equals mx plus b, I have y equals 25x plus 10. Okay, so x, it says right here, x is months and y is balance, so pretty much that's the dollar amount, okay? So if my b, my y-intercept is 10, I'm going to go to my y-axis, I'm going to put a dot on 10, okay? Now my slope is 25. If my slope is 25 or 25 over 1, I need to go up 25 over 1. So if I'm starting at 10, I'm going to go up 10, 25 over 1. I'm going to go up 10, 25 over 1. Since I am counting by tens on the y-axis, 25 is like 2.5 of those little boxes. Okay? Now, we can do letter C a couple different ways. I want to know how much it's going to be for $160. So I can keep going up 25, up 25 over 1, up 25 over 1. And I can figure out when I get to $160. Or I can put $160 in for y and I can solve my equation, okay? If you don't draw your graph very nicely, that's going to be hard to do by looking at the graph unless you just keep counting slope over and over and over and over, okay? Okay, now in 17, they give you a graph, okay? And they want you to find the slope and then write the equation of the line. So our slope, again, is rise over run, okay? If I'm going from 75 down to 40, then that means that I've dropped 35. If I'm going from 0 to 7, then that means my run is 7. So that's how I got this right here. We go down 35 over 7. Now, if you don't like that, you could always do this formula that I think I still have written on the board, y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Okay, so I simplified that to -5. Remember, when I say interpret, I need blank per blank. So my y-axis was in degrees, so that's what I put there for my rise, over run, thousands of feet. Okay, then I need y equals mx plus b. M was -5. I look at my graph. My y-intercept is now 75. Okay, the temperature at 11,000 feet. Well, since my x is thousands of feet, I just have to plug 11 there to get my degrees. I do promise you it'll be a little bit more straightforward on your test today. Okay, so don't panic. It will be okay. It will be easier to A, find the slope, and B, figure out this part C, okay? All right, last page, okay? Look at 18 and 19, okay? So in 18, I just want you to read the chart. So I want you to figure out 400, what year that was. So here's 400. It looks like 2013. Part B, how many were in 2012? Here's 2012. Okay, give me your best estimate. Okay. Now, in number 19, I'm looking for you to, number 1, plot me the points. Number 2, I would suggest using a ruler. Plot your line, okay? When I'm asking you how many fewer birds are observed each week, I'm asking you for the slope, okay? Birds each week. That is slope, okay? So if I look at this line, oh, well, I connected these two right here, okay? I went down 4 over 1. Down 4 over 1, okay? So around 4 few birds per week because that's what my slope, okay? And then after week 8, well, here's 8 right here. If I follow my line, that's about 19. Now, if you drew your line a little different, maybe you had 20. That's okay. It's an estimate, so there's going to be a little bit of wiggle room, okay? Okay, and then the last 2 questions. Tell me what kind of correlation. This is negative because it looks line-ish and it's going in the negative direction. We do have an outlier because this goofball is all by itself. It is an outcast, okay? And so its ordered pair is this right here, 24, 20, okay? This does not have correlation because it's not line-ish. And if there's no correlation, there's not going to be an outlier, okay? So what I need you to do right now, I need you to tuck away your review, put everything away. You need a pencil and a calculator, and you need to be in test formation, okay? It is okay if you do not get done today. Still turn everything into the drawer, and we'll take some time to do problems on our test again tomorrow.